Hi, I'm Cori Wong, and this Thing for a Change video is dedicated to the most recently crowned Miss America, Nina Davuluri, because all of the haters had to come out on social media and let their racism show and accuse her of not being American. I thought you had to be American in order to be crowned Miss America. Newsflash, she is American, she's from New York, but the real problem seems to be that she's of Indian descent, which means that she has brown skin, which means that that doesn't register with people who think that white equals American and non-white equals non-American. But don't worry, Nina, you're in great company. Even the President of the United States, Barack Obama, had to go through this same sort of rigmarole. I thought you had to be like an American in order to be elected President of America. Newsflash, he is. So the haters demand his birth certificate to make sure that he was actually born an American citizen. Even then, I don't really know if that convinces many people because, like, Hawaii is pretty cool. Almost too cool to be considered the real America. I mean, they've got, like, hula, and where are all their guns? And Miss America unfortunately shares another commonality with the President of the United States, which is that both have been accused of being associated with terrorist groups. Now, it's really unfortunate that Barack Obama's parents couldn't give him a good old American middle name, like Walker, Texas Ranger. And instead, they had to give him Hussein, a middle name that sounds so much like all the terrorists. Even Miss America is being charged with being affiliated with Al-Qaeda because Al-Qaeda hails from India. No wonder we haven't won the war on terror. What the hell are we doing in Afghanistan and Iraq? I want to talk about this cognitive dissonance or something that's happening in the consciousness of so many white Americans especially. This sudden outburst of unrelenting racism. And I've talked about this a little bit before in previous videos, the ones that I did on anti-Asian racism after that whole Asians in the library fiasco. Some people were critical of my example of being asked, "Where are you from?" and saying this isn't a racist thing. People are just curious. The thing is, that question is often directed to people who are Asian looking, and there's a certain kind of expected answer. And so the cousin to the question, "Where are you from?" is, "What's your nationality?" This question is often directed to very exotic looking people. I'm just wearing eyeliner. I don't particularly like either of these questions, "Where are you from?" or "What's your nationality?" because no matter what, I feel like I'm going to disappoint people when I answer them. Honestly, where am I from? I'm from Idaho. And then people say, no. Where are your parents from? Well, they're from Idaho too. Well, where are your grandparents from? They're from Idaho as well. Because no one wants to know that I'm from Idaho, maybe I should start answering this way. My great-grandmother immigrated here from China at the turn of the 20th century during that period in American history when we had this thing called the Chinese Exclusion Act. Eventually, through the generations, we ended up in Idaho, that place where a lot of Chinese immigrants laid down all the railroads and where the Japanese internment camps were very popular. But no one likes to talk about that. My family, at least the Chinese side of my heritage that people are really interested, has been in America for like generations and generations, which is longer than a lot of people who are accusing me of not being from America. So when people say, "What's your nationality?" I never answer in the way that I think that they want me to. I say, "Well, I'm American." And then they go, oh, of course. It's a problem to ask the question and not realize what you're actually asking. If they're getting at my ethnicity, then they're also really disappointed when I say, "No, I don't speak Chinese, and my family doesn't either, and no, I don't celebrate Chinese holidays, but yes, I really do love getting money in little red envelopes." Duh. So I want us to actually start thinking about the assumptions that are embedded in the question that people maybe perhaps benignly, mistakenly ask, "What's your nationality?" when they're actually getting at something more like your ethnicity. But to be perfectly frank, sometimes that's also offensive. And let me explain why. Now, people are going, "Oh, well, you just look so interesting that I really want to try to figure out how to place you because I need to know how I'm supposed to treat you. Should I be giving you fortune cookies or should I be talking to you about pyramids because I can't tell if you're Asian or if you're Egyptian?" What? Now, for people who say, "Well, people are just interested and they want to get to know you, so they want to know this thing about you," that's not really true either. The most interesting thing about my Asian ethnicity is that people keep asking me about it. Remember, I don't celebrate holidays, I don't speak Chinese, I don't know anything about anything. If you want to get to know me, you should start talking to me about growing up in Idaho, and that is confusing and interesting for a half Asian girl who doesn't know that she's Asian or what that means and looks Egyptian? Please. I guess the real reason that I'm making this video is because I want to make a point about the fact that a lot of people seem to think that you have to be white in order to be American, and if you're not white, then you can't be American. But there's a hyphen, people. It's African American, it's Asian American, it's Indian American, and you know what? Sometimes I would really love for us all to just be able to be respected as Americans. Can we just agree on one thing, which is that there's a lot of problems wrapped up into this whole what's your nationality question. So far, my experience has been that in terms of your nationality, if you're Asian, you are presumed to be from China. And if you are Hispanic or Latino, then you're presumed to be from Mexico. And if you're Black, then you're from Africa, because Africa's a country. If you like this video, do me, Miss America, and the president a favor and share it so that people can understand that asking what's your nationality because of the way that people look is not appropriate. You're probably just a racist. And thanks again for watching this is a Think for a Change video, and I'm Cori Wong. If you like my stuff, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and I'm even on LinkedIn. But most importantly, you can also just go to my website, coriwong.com, to see what I've been doing to follow my blog. Thanks a lot. See you next time.